Hey guys, it's Bando, this is Brexit Bando, and continuing my tale of people around me getting sick. My housemate has just been rushed off to A&E, so that was fun. And it's Sunday, which means we have the Sunday preview. Now, unfortunately, it's mostly stuff we've seen before, starting up with Warhammer Underworlds Wintermore, which is, again, another starter set for Underworlds. I think we're on, like, starter set 12 at this point. This must be a game that is just, like, absolutely beloved by someone at the studio. Like, I can't see how this game survives so long. But it's got some units that don't look so great. This army, for example, or whoever the hell they are, I'm not a big fan of. I just think it all looks a bit dumb. These guys look fantastic, especially the Man-Bat. Man-Bat, even with his pubes out, is just an absolutely fantastic kit. I've got to find some use for it. I think maybe like the head could work really well if painted like it's cast metal for like on a Leviathan Dreadnought, for a Night Lord's Dreadnought. Would look really cool. Next up, Necromunda, which has got the Outland Beastmaster, All Hail the Ratskin Renegades, with the whopping double-barreled shotgun and some funky pink rats. Love these. These are fantastic. Rats are fantastic. But we have a new model, the Ashwaste Nomad's Chieftain with Venomcaster. Now, as far as I'm aware, this hasn't been seen before. And it's a really cool looking model. A bit chunky, he's got a bit of weight to him, you know, so he knows he's a bit of an older guy, a bit, you know, experienced. More of a commander than, you know, I just need to take my hand off the buttons on these mouse. Yeah, so he's got a really cool crown with, like, amble-style mandibles. And all in all, just a really nice kind of sculpt. Quite like the base as well. The base is really well done. Would work really well for a militia, like Force Commander, or a traitor Solar Auxilia Legate Marshal. Then we got Legions Imperialis, which, you know, the three people who actually like this game, I'm sure are absolutely creaming themselves over all these miniatures that have been out and seen for ages. And, you know, we were told about well before they were supposed to be released because they cocked everything up. Still surprised we never got the Direwolf Scout Titan in resin, if I'm going to be honest. I am fully expecting to see this full scale in plastic in the next 10 years. Endred Har, the Riven Hound, or the Rivet Hound. Another Tortuga-based scaled giant space marine. Yay. He's okay. We've done a whole video on him. So another good one coming out. Some Legion Astartes infantry and vehicle transfers. I think these were shown off a couple of months back by accident, and then they disappeared off of the Sunday preview very quickly. I do like the idea of a Legion agnostic transfer set. I do like the idea that you've got something that can be used for any Legion, with lots of little details, but it's missing sort of thing I'd like. I can't see here, because obviously I can't see the whole thing, but, you know, I need things like little lightning bolts, little raptors, little skulls, really small ones that don't fill a whole shoulder pad. They just feel like, you know, this sort of corner here. I like little detail ones. I put them down there, and, you know, down here, and on the knee pads, and sometimes even like on the chest here, backs of power fists, that sort of thing, just to add loads of little bits of detail. The vehicle one's pretty cool as well. Some of these vehicle transfers are massive. What gets me with vehicle transfers is some of them are really huge, and you'll struggle to find a space big enough on many of the kits that they're supposed to go on. It would be nice if these came with a guide on sort of where they were intended to go. Like these giant deltas here, I'm assuming go on the top covers, like the top hatches of rhinos, because that's the only place I can think of that's big enough for them. I really struggled when I was building one of my Land Raiders, because all the doors have just an annoying piece of detail right in the middle of where I would want to put a decal. Which is a real pain in the backside. More Warhammer Plus stuff that I don't really care about. But then we had this, And I saw this image and I nearly shat myself, because I thought for a split second that GW had just announced Exodites. And they looked great. But no, it's Golden Demon 2024 at Adepticon, and this was the Golden Demon Single Miniatures Gold winner by Neil Hollis, and it looks phenomenal. Brilliant work, brilliant model, fantastic display base. Some other really good models. I actually really like this. I really like this model and want to get it myself, just for a painting project. Some lovely non-metallic metalwork here by Kwan Ho Kim. Lots of Black Templars apparently. Oh, it's the same guy. There we go. That'd be why. Oaks. Always good. Non-metallic metal getting a lot of representation this time. Interesting Vashtor model. That's brilliant. That really kind of invokes. That's got a real sort of second or third edition aesthetic to it. There's something about that is just, that's like second edition Cadians and like Catachan tanks, but just done in like a hyper detailed new style. I really like that. Yeah, fantastic. He's like thinned the barrel down as well by giving it some more padding on the inside. That looks really good. Like extra detail on the optics. Just, yeah, absolutely stunning work. Some really nice work on that as well. Some really good texture work. That's phenomenal. That is just absolutely phenomenal. Again, more non-metallic metal. Non-metallic metal seems to be just utterly dominating. That's really good. It's a bit dark. That's probably why it didn't go higher than silver. Not a lot of contrast in that model. What gets me is a lot of these models haven't been out that long, and some of these guys taken like years to paint these entries. So a lot of these entries have been done relatively quick. It's a lovely skin tone, brilliant. Again, look at this, more non-metallic metal. Just, yeah, really fantastic, brilliant basing. Back in the day, you used to get things like this in the back of your codex. They would show the golden demons for that faction. I think we're ever going to get away from Fat with just wearing a helmet. You know, the aesthetic for Nurgle. Maybe giving something different, bit interesting. It's a bit busy. There's a lot of stuff going on there. But, you know, again, non-metallic metals, absolutely, phenomenal. Lovely. That the way they've got the base regrowing, that's great. That base, I really like. Ow, ow, ow. Yeah, I really like that. And that. I wish they wouldn't have some that can be viewed in close in and some that can't. Really annoys me. Oh. Oof. That's great. That's really cool. I really like that. The fact that we have our own category now is amazing. I'm quite surprised that got silver. I'm actually quite surprised between the two of those, which got which. It doesn't help that I'm not a big fan of this model in general. I think it's very static and boring. But that's just so smooth on the blends. Oh, I'm sorry, Aaron Clark, but you got absolutely robbed. But David and Goli, you, yeah, really deserve that. That's cool. It always gets me wild when you see in these, in Golden Demon, a lot of stuff that is heavily sculpted. Like, it's 90% its own thing. I do find it kind of not on. Like, it should be its own category, not... Because I think it's a bit unfair for some regular rube who has to go and compete against it with just a stock model, effectively. That's great, love that. Interesting. I like it. Yeah, it's a great base as well. Does take away from the model. I mean, I'm going to say again, non-metallic metals yet again. Pretty sure I went to school with him. That's expensive. That's a lot of tufts. That's a lot. Oh, look, actual true metallic metals, or just incredibly good non-metallic metals. Oh, look, I used that model to make my Necromunda hired gun. I gave him a grenade launcher. That's great. That's really good. Lovely blending on that. Really nice glazing work. This is... Yeah, this is quality. This is a lot of really good quality. We're almost blurring... We're blurring the lines between wargaming and, like, scale modelling at this point. Oh, that's insane. That's really cool. If you can't quite tell what that is, that's not a reflection. That's the same model again, but he's cut out all of the actual skin parts because obviously vampires have no reflections. That's... And then you've got a ghost there as well. Oh, that's amazing. I love that. That's really, really good. Yeah, nuts. Again, oh, just that... All the OSL, the non-metallics. Oh, that's impressive. Oh, that's pretty good. I like that. Which is Youngbloods, is it? Yeah, Youngbloods. Again, even there, trying non-metallic metals. Youngbloods is, I believe, under 16s. Very good. I wonder which GW store Matt Kennedy works for. Yeah, the open competition is the only one that GW staff can actually enter. That's amazing. And that's lovely as well. I'm not a big fan of the Janzar model in the classic Banshee tan and red. Back in the second edition when she came out, she was in like a dark purple and like grey outfit. And it always just looked a bit cooler to me, and I really like it. I don't think she looks as good in this like classic. Oh, I'm so glad that won the Slayer sword. That's really does deserve it, because that's amazing. it's even got lily pads. That I could spend another 15 minutes probably just looking at these pictures. But look at the base, for example. How the details are actually kind of natural. They everything here is where it should be. That's great. I mean, that's a great model anyway. Really fantastic. Really fantastic. Alexandre dos Santos is peak. Yeah, so congratulations, Alexandre. That is phenomenal and very well deserved. That's really cool little detail there as well. Yeah, fantastic. I don't know what else to say. That is the thing about Golden Demon is that it's not just the painting that will win you the award. It is also what you are painting, and this is an idea that they've probably not seen before. I've seen reflections done once or twice. Most recently, I think the one I saw was a Death Guard model where the thing rotates, like was done on either side, and one side was Heresy and one side was 40k. So it was the same Marine looking at himself, like looking at his past, looking at his future, that sort of thing. But this is really, really well done. It's what you're seeing, but also what you're not seeing. You know, I can almost see the ripples of the water, sort of thing, but they're not there. You know, that's fantastic. Every single entry here is phenomenal. The massive over-representation of non-metallic metals is really interesting. For a long time, doing NMM would not have got you placed at all in any competition that GW was in charge of, because they just didn't like it. It was something that was very regularly done by their competition, like Rackham, by their painters, and GW just didn't have it. Again, take note, GW. That's how Exodite should look, and literally give us that. So yeah, that's all fantastic. Was not expecting to go on about that for 18 minutes, but that's really made my day. What was your favourite model there? Now that I've stopped being a weird old man, let me know. Let me know which ones you thought were the best. Which ones do you think were wrongly placed? Have you ever entered this sort of competition? Would you ever enter this competition? I've entered one painting competition in my life, and I won a print of the Tyranid 3rd or 4th edition Tyranid Codex, the one with the white and purple like Carnifex tearing open a tank on it. And I was about 15 at the time. I've still got it somewhere. I don't know where it is. So yeah, let me know what you guys thought. Let me know. You know, is there anything on the Sunday preview that you're really interested for? I know what you're probably going to say, but yeah. My name is Bando. This is Brexit Bando. Have a great week. Bye bye.